Testing, 1, 2, 3, part. I need to fix myself. Hey guys, it's Tori. Welcome to today's video, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. Today I will be talking about type 1 diabetes and the most commonly asked questions from myself. And I asked you guys to tweet me some questions, and I got a few, so I'm gonna answer those and do a little life story. Okay, so I'm gonna be using my phone in this video, obviously, because I have the questions on it. But the most commonly asked question in my life and most diabetics' life is, what is type 1 diabetes? So basically, type 1 diabetes is an autoimmune disease. I'm not sure now, but when I got diagnosed, it was mainly a juvenile type thing, so kids under 18 normally got it, but now I see a lot more adults getting it. It's an autoimmune disease where our pancreas stops producing insulin, and insulin is a hormone that keeps our blood sugars in order. So instead of having insulin in our body, we have to take insulin. Normally that is in the form of shots or insulin pumps, which just regulate us all the time. Okay, so number 4 is, what are the symptoms before you get diagnosed with type 1 diabetes? So for me, I was constantly thirsty, so I drink a lot of water, and actually cranberry juice helped, which is kind of ironic because mainly when you're diagnosed, you have a super high blood sugar, so sugar doesn't help, but I drink a lot of cranberry juice. You are supposed to, you can be fatigued or hungry all the time. Sweating's on here. I mean, I sweat a lot anyway, so I mean, that's something to look for. Excessive urination. Yeah, so if you go to the bathroom a lot, but that kind of ties in hand with drinking a lot of fluids, so like, yeah. Blurred vision, fast heart rate, headache, sleepiness, or weight loss. I remember I dropped like 10 pounds in 2 days. It was awful. I don't really remember it, I just remember seeing pictures of it. So a lot of these symptoms are hand in hand with each other. You won't just find one or the other, because obviously you can experience those with other things, or you can be sick or just tired. So like, don't think that you have diabetes just because you're thirsty a lot. Like, you could just be an active person and like need a lot more water. So just keep that in mind. Like, don't over evaluate it to where you think you have it but you don't actually have it. And if you think you have it, you know, just go to the doctor. The test for it is super simple. You just pee on a stick, or like, they check for ketones. And if you don't know what ketones are, I talked about that in my last video, so if you want to go check that out, the link will be in the description. So the next 3 questions I'm kind of going to put together because they go hand in hand and they're really close. So question 5 was, what do you have to do to take care of yourself? Question 6 is, do you have to take shots? Okay. And question 7 is, does it hurt? Okay, to answer what do you have to do, you have to constantly be taking insulin. You can, for answer 6, you can take it through shots, yes, or you can have an insulin pump. I have an insulin pump. It really has changed my life for the better. I don't really have to take 10 shots anymore. Now I'm down to every 3 days I just have to change my pump. But for some people that are super active and don't really want something hanging on them all the time, you definitely would probably like shots better, even though you have to take more. Along with the insulin shots, you have to prick your fingers. I think that was the hardest thing for me, because I was only 8 when I got diagnosed. Wow, that's a long time ago. I've had diabetes for more than half my life. Fun fact of the day. But that was the hardest thing for me because my fingers were sensitive. Now, not so much, but you have to prick your finger and test your blood sugar every time you eat, every time you don't feel good, every time But in the last 10 years, they've came out with this thing called the CGM, or the continuous glucose monitor. Basically, it's like an insulin pump, but you keep it on you and you don't have to prick your fingers because it tells you everything in the app. Here, I can show you the app. I have the Dexcom. I've heard there's like 4 other different things, but I personally have the Dexcom 5G, so I have the app on my phone. This is pretty much what the app looks like. There's not much to it. I don't have it on right now, so I can't show you my craziness, but it's definitely saved my life a couple of times. Definitely recommend the CGM or Dexcom or any of those things. Okay, sorry if the lighting is a little different. It's about an hour later and my camera died, so I had to charge it real quick, but we're all good now. So this question is it contagious? It is not contagious. And question 10 is, can it go away? No, it can't. It's like any other autoimmune disease, it does not go away. We would need a cure for it. And that leads me into question 11. Can it be cured, or does it have a cure? Yes, it can be cured. No, it does not have a cure. So researchers and scientists have been working for a cure, to get a cure for years, and they're pretty close, I believe, on several different trials and ways. So we're hoping, the diabetes community is hoping to get a cure in the next couple of years, I believe. Okay, these next 6 questions are questions I got tweeted or DM'd from you guys, and I'm just gonna answer them kind of quickly because this video is probably too long anyway. So, does it hurt if your friends eat high sugar foods? No, it does not, because although it is kind of frowned upon in the diabetes world, you can eat whatever you want as long as you give yourself insulin for it. So as long as you take care of yourself, you can do whatever you want, eat whatever you want. Just gotta watch out for the blood sugars. After how many hours do you have to test your blood sugar? So that depends on if I've eaten, if I went and exercised, if I feel well. It really doesn't depend. Okay, how old were you when you were diagnosed? I was 8, I believe. It was in 2009. It's 2018, so 9 years ago. So yeah, I should have been around 8 years old. Were you scared? I was freaking terrified. Do you hate diabetes? I do not. Many people do hate diabetes, but I do not. They don't really find a reason to complain. I mean, yes, it does suck sometimes, but I mean, I'm lucky enough to have my life, so I don't know why I would hate it. I do hate the things that happen with it, but I do not hate it as a whole. And lastly, does it affect your day-to-day life? Every single day. Actually, every single day, all day. There is not a day where I can go without testing my blood sugar, giving myself insulin, wondering all these things. Like, I know a couple of nights ago I definitely was affected by it. When I have low blood sugar, I have to stay up or watch it very closely, drink juice, get my blood sugar up, eat food. So the other night at 2 a.m. and don't forget, I'm a high school student, so I went to bed at 1:30 after finishing my homework. Woke up at 2 a.m. with a very low blood sugar, and I was up for another hour and a half. So it affects everything in my life, was the bottom of that question. Okay guys, I just wanted to thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, like for more videos, and comment if you like this video and want to see more. And I will see you next Friday.